Somebody won't hold me, the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yo, what's going on, Xbox and YouTube? Now, I was going through all of my videos on my computer and I stumbled upon this extremely old video that I never uploaded. Now, what you guys are looking at is actually an Xbox 360 completely ripped apart and super dusty, mind you. But what's really cool about this video is this is an actual red-ringed Xbox that I managed to keep running for over 6 months by placing it on this crate that you see. And underneath the crate is a huge floor fan. And as you can see on top of the Xbox 360, we have two industrial computer fans that I have rigged straight to plug right into the wall. So it looks really jank, but one of the coolest things about this Xbox and what made it something to actually use still was the fact that it was hacked. So as you guys can see, we have almost every game known to man, mind you, on a burnt disc, but these are just backup copies. So, as you guys can see, we do have almost every game known to man, some that are still not backed up. But this is what made this Xbox so cool, was I was actually able to stay ahead of the curve on YouTube for a very long time because of this Xbox. When all of the really big YouTubers were getting games early, so was I. So, for a little while there, we got to level out the playing field. Now, those are the discs that I used way back in the day to burn my games. These are WinData discs. Now, everyone told me in the past to use verbatims, but I found that the WinData discs worked just fine and were about 3 times less expensive. So overall, it was a really cool setup, and this was something that I filmed a very long time ago. And right now, we're about to boot up the fans, and I will let you guys hear what these fans sound like because it's absolutely insane. I got a super industrial fan on the bottom there, and then we got another fan. So, like I said, guys, it is all set up, and the fans are running through that plug and connected to a light switch that I have. And yes, that is a motherboard for an Xbox 360 and my super jank gateway computer all rigged up and ready to go, along with my Triton headset, which I don't even know what happened to that. But if you look really closely on the left-hand side, you will actually see my CD drive or DVD drive for the Xbox. But now we are going to boot it up. And as you guys can see, the front lights are barely visible, but you will see that it does boot up just fine. And the only reason I have so many fans on the Xbox 360 is because it was a red-ringed Xbox 360. So every time it overheated, we just towel tricked it and forced it to run more and more. Mind you, I still have this Xbox and it still isn't banned to this day, so that's quite interesting. And quite hilarious to look back on. So it's really crazy to see how far gaming has come. And as you can see, we have everything plugged into the motherboard, and the hard drive is literally just hanging off the Xbox. Don't mind all of the dirt, dust, and debris. But as you can see, everything is plugged in and connected and wraps around to the DVD drive that we have in front. Now, for those of you who have never had a hacked Xbox 360 or a soft-modded 360, this is where all the magic happens with the DVD drive. Now, in order to get it to play burned games way back in the day, you had to hack the firmware and constantly keep your firmware hacks up to date in order to stay on Xbox Live. So it was a hell of a learning curve for me as a young kid, and it really made it interesting to actually play games. I used to have a ton of fun modding everything from Halo 2 to Call of Duty 4 to Call of Duty World at War, to pretty much any game after or any game before Halo 3. I was really good at modding, and I didn't like to mod to cheat. I modded to make really cool game types or really cool maps. And if I only would have thought to record some of this stuff way back in the day, I would be able to show you guys some examples. But as you guys can see, it is playing NHL 17 or 16 or whatever NHL that this was at the time. And it is a a burned copy of the game or a backup copy of the game. But that is my jank Xbox 360, fellas. And I really do hope you guys found this somewhat interesting, considering this is from way back when I first started to do YouTube. And I really wasn't happy with the way this video came out, but now looking back on it, it is just a really, really nostalgic video for me because it showed how I could get something to work out of nothing. But with that being said, guys, I hope I've opened your perspective on Xbox 360s and modding them and my super jank red ringed Xbox 360. And if you guys found this video at all interesting, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.